Oh, here we are in a room full of strangers. Once again, it is Totally Local Podcast After Dark. We're coming to you live with all kinds of information about the Jersey Shore, Monmouth County, Ocean County, local events, local people, local fun. With me always is the best co-host in the universe.
I
But
would agree.
luckily, he's in
Oh.
distance of where I'm at. So we're together doing this wonderful journey
Okay.
of a podcast. You could reach us on the web at totallylocalpodcast.com.
It's still a thing.
It is.
It's still a thing.
And it should be, because you know what? The man controls all the other stuff. If you want to get the real deal and find out what's actually going on, go to our website. But if you want to deal with Mark Zuckerberg, you can find us on Facebook too. We don't care. We're streaming to you live from Facebook right now. We're going to be on the YouTubes. We got that Instagram, totally_local_podcast all day, every day. Oh, man.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Late night.
Late night.
We're working it out.
We're working stuff out. I mean, we're
working it
here.
out, you know?
It's been some time.
Yeah. So
I'm
good.
getting used to my voice on the microphone again.
That's
know.
good.
Yeah.
I'm using the pod mic here. We always epic shouts to Ming and a Shared Universe podcast studio for holding it down. And here we are.
They referred to him as Dr. Ming.
Who refers to him as Dr. Ming?
A lot of the other local podcasters.
Really? I like Brother Ming.
I mean, that's what I mean.
Epic shouts to Sam PC,
yeah,
Simmons and more. Speaking of Simmons and more, we've had quite it was a raucous weekend. That weekend, that was 2 weeks ago. We didn't podcast last week, and then before that, we had our kickoff of season 3 with Taylor Allen and Steve Arena from Calling the Shots podcast, because they were doing the Super Duper Bowl 2, and they were giving us a little taste, a little preview.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had advertised a bit that we were going to be back on 2/15. I think we're recording this a couple of days before that, so this will be out 2/15. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
Yeah.
To all the single people out there, happy Valentine's Day. And so, yeah, we had the opportunity to bring in those guys, one of our favorites, Mr. Taylor Allen, Calling the Shots. I always forget the name. I always want to say the Taylor Allen podcast, but it's not, because there's two of them.
There's two of them. I love Steve Arena. I never met him. I don't think I ever met him before.
I got a chance to speak with him and hang out with him after the show.
Mm-hmm.
He's great. I met his lovely wife.
Oh,
She's really awesome.
After the Super Duper Bowl?
After the Super Duper Bowl, yeah. So they came by and welcomed us, graced us with their presence for our official, unofficial season 3 kickoff.
I mean, it was official.
Well, it was.
That's how we roll. Look,
yeah, well, everything's all over the place.
I mean, yeah, it's settling down, but as a newly, a newly minted hot daddy, I have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of duties. Pun intended, because there are a lot of duties. Actually, there's not a lot of duties. It's on like a weekly basis. The duties don't come as much as.
Are you talking about poop?
PPs, yeah.
Is this what we're doing?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to keep it real for the folks at home,
So you had a baby.
I did.
While we were on break.
That was the whole plan, man, and I really have a problem. I don't know if it's my sign or what it's about, but I have a real problem focusing on, like, if there's some impending thing that's, like, kind of consumes all of my attention. And obviously that was consuming all of my attention, so season 2 kind of just winded down in a very organic way and dissipated. And then I've just basically stepped into this regiment of very little sleep. Now, don't get me wrong. My wife is this superhero here. I watched her birth a child. Like,
you watched it.
I watched it, and I was making jokes where I wouldn't watch it, but I peered into the birth canal.
So wait, set the stage. Legs spread.
I mean, yeah.
Music is going.
Yeah, there was some light music. Yeah.
What kind of music? Was it like Elton John?
No, we were listening to like chanty kind of music, and then some Fish. It was basically chanty music and Fish.
That's okay.
I mean, what are you
Your
gonna do?
baby's gonna be strange.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Or he's gonna be like the polar opposite and be like completely normal. Like that
so,
happens sometimes.
you're playing the music.
Hmm.
Lauren's screaming.
I mean, no, she was like she just went into this superhero Amazonian mode where she was just in the zone, just in the zone. It was a whole. I can't get into the whole. It was hours. It was days. It took a long time. Everything we thought we were gonna do a home birth, do all these fancy hippie things, it all flies out the window because what you learn is just you can't prepare for shit. Epic shouts to Mike Merrill if he's still on. Mike Merrill's still on there. Thank you, um, Philip James Coparasso.
What you looking at me for?
Caparasso?
I'm not messing up that last name. Love you,
uh,
Phil.
yeah. Caparasso. I got it right.
He's he's friend of the show, DJ Uncle's nephew.
DJ Uncle's nephew.
Still one of my still one of my favorites. Even though I also do love DJ Adam,
Yeah. And DJ
who's
Mike
also
Merrill.
a friend of the show. Oh, DJ. Oh my gosh, they're
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
We
I
should
want to
have
go to this underground place once I can get out of.
We can't have dads there.
Even hot daddies.
So, as you were busy dealing with your baby situation,
That's a baby, yeah.
ruining the whole podcast flow
Pretty
we
much.
had going,
I mean, definitely putting a whole new spin on it.
I was busy scouring. I can't ever say that word.
Scouring.
The globe for the best underground speakeasy style bar that I could find, and I was successful.
That's great. The Laylo. Is it the Laylo?
Now I wasn't gonna say the name because it's underground,
I mean, it can't be that underground if I know about it.
but you don't know how to get in.
I do know how to get it. Actually, me and Ralph went there once.
Oh crap!
And we went to the we had overpriced Greek food on the top floor, which was good, but you get little tiny portions, and
So there's a new bar in town called Laylo. It's already trending in like some of the top, I don't know, 50 bars.
It's
or something
hot.
Like that. Yeah, people are saying. But if you do get the chance to stop into Laylo, please do. I think they're only open Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday sort of deal, but it's actually great. Lots of local DJs are going through there and just kind of doing whatever they want to do. So if you like records, if you like spinning, if you like house music.
I think I've been getting the itch.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I've been getting real itchy. Caporasso.
Caporasso.
That's how
Phil.
he spelled it out phonetically for us.
Hi, Phil.
And thank you for congratulating me on daddyhood. Yeah, I've been getting the itch.
The-
And I gotta scratch it.
Okay, so you're gonna try to DJ somewhere.
I don't know. I don't want to start any rumors, but I've just been thinking.
You
about
say
it.
this all the time.
Do I?
I
I've
think
just
so.
been thinking about it. That's
Yeah.
all.
So okay, let's get back to the pregnancy. So when
Days.
there's a baby coming out, does the mom poop all over the place?
That was her number one concern, and everyone's just like, first of all, don't worry about it. It's perfectly natural, which is what everybody says. And like, she's like, no, but I feel it. And they're like, no, the pressure you feel is a giant baby coming out of you. So it's not. No, it didn't. She didn't poop all over the place. No, she didn't do that.
But
a
if she
baby came out.
did that, and she swore you to secrecy, then you would be lying right now and saying that she didn't do it when she really did do it.
If my wife swore me to secrecy, then yes, I'd be lying right now.
Oh.
But it didn't happen.
He just winked.
I didn't wink. Play back the tape. I did not wink. I did not wink. She did not poop.
No, I'm kidding. He didn't wink. Well, that's congratulations. So what's the baby's name? Why don't we let the public know? Are we
Augustus.
We not? Okay, Augustus.
Augustus Fox.
Augustus Fox.
Yeah.
Gus Fox.
Yeah.
All right.
I've been calling him Gus. People were calling him Augie, and I'm just like, eh. But he'll decide. Whatever, man. Whatever he wants to be called, it's cool. You might think we picked some stupid names for him, but I thought they were pretty cool. And he came out. He was healthy. You get super neurotic. You don't know what you're doing. There was one point where I was like, I didn't want to put him down because like you can't put a baby when they're new like down somewhere. So I was like just holding him at like 4 a.m. Like I was up. There was a certain point where I was in the middle of the couch. Lauren finally had to go down and just lay down and sleep, and I was just holding the baby. And then like I was just kind of like you can't nod off, but I was kind of like nodding off, and you'd wake up. and then like I'd put him down, and you're not supposed to like I don't know, whatever. So like there were points where it got truly delirious, and I'm at a point now where it's not as delirious. Am I like, is this what it's like, fatherhood? Like people just don't care about your stories anymore?
No.
So basically, I wake up every 2 hours. I'm not getting much sleep, and I'm a little delirious, and maybe it's helping me in some weird way. Who knows? I remember my dreams more now because I snap out of them, and I have like crazy dreams. Like I guess I just dream all the time, and I never knew because I go into that deep, deep sleep. But I wake up like mid dream now, and it's like it's wild because I got to change diapers and shit.
Well, I am very happy that everyone made it out healthy.
Yeah.
You have a baby boy.
Mm-hmm. 10 fingers, 10 toes.
And how old is he now?
He's 2 months.
I told everyone 4 months.
He's really cute.
Well,
I know everyone probably says that, but he's actually a very attractive baby.
I wouldn't know.
He's a hot baby. Hot daddy, hot baby.
I haven't seen him yet, but
I know, you haven't stopped by.
no.
That's something I would do, so I can't really fault you for that.
All of our friends did make a.
They did.
They did.
They did.
And I was the one missing link.
Well, no, you and Ralphie Poo didn't stop by either.
Okay. Ralph hasn't seen the baby either?
No.
Okay, good. So I don't feel that bad.
No, I mean, it's like, it's just, he's not doing much, He's not doing much.
Yeah.
He's cool, though. He gave me a look like a week or so ago. I was just like, we're going to be like buds. We're going to be like buddies. Because he looked at me, he was like, what's up? And I'm like, what's up? He's like, yeah.
Okay. So what are we doing for your wife for Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day is coming up. It's Valentine's Day week.
Well, interesting story. Me and my wife met a week after Valentine's Day. Her previous boyfriend broke up with her on Valentine's Day. So we don't necessarily celebrate Valentine's Day. We celebrate the week after Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And then our our wedding anniversary's coming up. There's a lot of things. We've been pretty busy. So I don't think we're gonna be doing. There's not much we can do at this point because she's got a baby on her boob. So it's not like we could just go to some romantic candlelit dinner.
Right. You could make one.
What are you doing over there?
I'm pulling up stuff for the show.
Oh.
Why do you keep worrying about what I'm doing on my phone?
Because it's like distracting.
Well,
I
normally
think you're like so bored.
No,
like,
normally I have a huge
my
laptop.
wife does that when she's just not listening.
No, normally I have a laptop. I didn't feel like bringing that tonight. So
Word up.
So-
Ming just landed. Nice. Oh, and Mike's with us. Hello, Mike. You joined. I could see all the comments now, so I'm so happy.
Okay. Hello,
Give the listeners at home some suggestions. I personally I don't know, Valentine's Day. That's a cash grab for like all these restaurants and jewelry places, but whatever, it's all good. Get yours where you can get it.
Well, if you are still looking for something to do, I would be really, really mean if I did not mention friend of the show, DJ Adam, who also has the T-shirt shop in Asbury Park.
Print shop.
All
your printing needs.
Not a T-shirt
Decals,
shop. It is a
stickers,
print shop.
banners, vinyl, graphics on your car, magnets.
And he's come by the show before.
Yeah, I've invited him back because he's going to be doing some more DJing, and I said when he he's saying he's solidifying some dates, and when he does, he should pop back on.
Well, funny you say that. He has solidified a date.
Oh,
he
nice.
will be doing Valentine's Day at Watermark.
Oh, romantic.
Yeah,
I'd like to go to that.
I know, pretty sweet deal. I've been telling everybody,
Hi, Heather. She finally gets to
hello,
listen.
Heather.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something to do on Valentine's Day, you can definitely check out Watermark.
Oh man, I miss
and
Watermark.
hear DJ. Now, let me tell you.
Tell me.
I went by DJ Adams' print shop, and he played me a couple deep tracks that he loves.
Oh yeah, house
and if
music.
he's playing what he played for me, it is going to be a fantastic night.
I mean, he's a good selector. He plays really good
plays
music. He's
really-
smooth like butter. His come up story on especially talk about being totally local, playing all around the area, and learning how to spin vinyl. And his setup now is cool. He's got good taste, and that's what it takes to be a DJ, really. So that's going on. That's great. That's wonderful. You gonna go over there?
I think I am going to go over there. Yeah,
That's
I'm going to show some love from
Support.
Totally Local.
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Oh man, if I can get out.
You're going to go out on Valentine's Day and
If I can
celebrate
get
without
out.
drive. we did something very fun. Speaking of Asbury Park and being downtown, we did something really fun. As we said before, we went by to see the Super Duper Bowl. Taylor Allen hosted it this year for the second time. Taylor Allen and Steve Arena
Yes.
hosted it for the second time.
Man.
And anybody in like the podcasting world, like DJs who do podcasts,
Local hipsters.
everybody, all of us there just kind of laughing and having a great time. And then we all
People
went
were
out for drinks
partying.
after.
Taylor was partying.
Well, it's his show. He
Yeah.
should be partying.
And Kurt Brownhour was there. Very interesting guy.
Oh,
Do you know
he's
that-
great.
Do you know that? First of all, very funny comedian. You've seen him on like Comedy Central. He has his specials and stuff. And he's from my town. He's from where I'm living now. He was telling me about like what street his mom lived on, and like, yeah, he's totally local, and he's friends with the friend of the show, Mike Merrill. So I guess we were talking about the good old days, how the annex changed and how everything's different. He was telling us about he wrote some script, or he was working on some movie, and it kind of takes place or is about the old Asbury Park
Right,
and
he
stuff.
did say that. Yeah, the lanes and things like that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I told him he'd have to CGI that shit.
Yeah, but it was a great time. I'm glad we made it, and we also were able to stop by some other friends of ours. They had us on their show at one point. I think this was the only other podcast that we've ever done that wasn't our own. The boys from
Simmons and More.
Yes, they just celebrated their 200th episode of their show. So I don't know how we ended up in that space.
You listened to the podcast.
Well, I support podcasts.
And
I
then
listen to lots of podcasts.
You told me to listen to it, and I gotta say, Dr. Strawberry is the funniest episode. I really recommend Simmons and More podcast. And if you want any indication, like, go listen to the. It's the best when it's just obviously I love the the episode that we're on, and the guests are great and everything. But when it's just them, like those two just sitting there bullshitting, like they're really funny. So somebody's having a party out there.
Yeah.
It's weird. Every time we show up here, somebody's like, it doesn't matter what time it is, they're just partying in the hall. But anywho, yeah, we went there. Let me just tell you what from my perspective, like I went there, and if people don't know this about me, I don't know what the dichotomy is, but I am sometimes very comfortable talking to complete nutty strangers, and on the flip of that, I get really, really awkward socially. So Leo wanted to show up. I wanted to show up, and I was right, by the way.
No,
Go figure. I wanted to show up late, super fast late, and you wanted to show up like super early, and I was just like, okay.
Well, I wanted to show up like right after they were getting started, and I wanted to walk in with beers and drinks in our hands and like, congratulations.
Well, you didn't do that
because it would have played well on the podcast. If you're listening to the podcast, you would have heard us walk in.
But it's live. You can't play. You couldn't. No.
Yes, you could. It would have worked out perfectly. However,
I was looking at it. You show up. You missed that first wave of everyone's excited. Podcast, and then they're just talking bullshit. And then we show up like an hour later, and they're all like, "Yay!" But none of that happened because I showed up like on time. Leo didn't show up on time or fashionably late. He was just a little later than fashionably late. But when I walked in, I'm just like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" Blah blah blah. And everybody just kind of looked at me, and they're like, "Oh, hey." They were very nice. Everyone there was very nice. Inner Circle, what is it's the Inner Circle podcast. It's like a crew. It's like Wu-Tang or something. It's like all these podcasts from the Northeast, and they're just part of this whole crew.
The Inner Circle
podcast
network.
Something like Inner Circle Network. I forget. Pardon me, guys. But I met a lot of nice guys there. I walk in, and they're all around like the podcast table. Ming, by the way, if you guys didn't know, epic shouts to Ming once again. He worked out a sick deal to have the podcast studio on the boardwalk. Of course, he's out gallivanting. I think he just said he just landed tonight. But he has his satellite podcast studio right on the boardwalk. So that's where they were doing it. That's where we shot our first one from this year. So you probably know about it. But he has that spot over there. That's where they were all hanging out, and like the whole table was full. So me being the awkward asshole, I was just sitting behind everybody. Like I was just sitting in a chair, sitting there, and like of course my life partner wasn't there, so I was just sitting there like a doofus, you know.
You were.
Yeah, I was. I really was. No, but through no fault of anyone's. Totally me being totally awkward. Totally local.
I knew you were gonna do that.
So you know, and then you walk in.
I did. I walked in.
I don't know how you do a whole, like they just do a whole podcast like that. Like I don't know how you
people
do.
walking in. I mean, it's just. I mean,
so
but
many people.
that I think that's the style of their podcast.
Their
Like people are
shtick.
walking in, people are laughing.
Oh, and
people
then
are getting up.
I almost threw a bitch move because then these two guys walk in who are, you know, I don't remember anyone's name, but they walk in at the time when I would have wanted to walk in, and what happened was exactly what I thought would happen if we walked in at that time, which is they walked in, everyone was like, hey, and then they made room for him at the table, and I'm like, jokingly, I was like, what the fuck, man? Like I've been sitting here for, you know, but
You weren't joking.
no. I mean, I was joking, but I was seriously like, what like, you know, a little bit of a prima donna, because like, what do they, you know, I could have just stepped up. I don't know what the proper, you know, what would have been the proper. It's really hard to talk to when you're just staring at your phone like this. I feel like I'm talking to my wife.
This is what happens when you take time off. I never look at you during the show because I'm
You're just
always
looking at
researching things.
I like it better when you have your computer because it looks more professional.
You are not
Now you
used
just
to
look
it.
like some millennial staring at
Just
their
talk.
phone. I feel like a real dad right now. Well, anyway, then you walked in.
Then I walked in, but I walked in the way I wanted to. I had beers under my arms.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, everybody. Everyone gets up. I'm getting hugs. Podcast stops.
I really wanted to have like party that weekend, and I can't drink more. I'm drinking a Miller High Life right now. I can't drink anything beyond a Miller High Life because I don't have any tolerance anymore. And people were partying they were partying. They went back. They were doing a stoner podcast. Bobby was doing a stoner podcast,
Bobby
and then
Moore.
Adam
Love
was doing
Bobby
another.
Moore. Love you, Bobby Moore.
Love you, Bobby.
Bobby.
Bobby. He was doing a stoner podcast.
That's so
Adam was
funny.
doing another podcast, and then you know they were just partying all night,
Yeah.
and then the next
Good
day.
for them. I mean, 200
Yeah,
episodes.
good.
Listen.
All I'm saying is I'm super jelly because I wanted to. It was the weekend to go party, and I understand, you know, whatever stuff's got to happen, but it was quite a raucous weekend, and you know, and then the Super Bowl, like Taylor apparently was just, you know, sipping the scissor all day, and he was just ossified by the time the night came around. He had his red and white makeup on. It was so funny.
If you want to see, I mean, this is all documented, obviously. But if you want to see
Yeah.
quick pictures of it, you can definitely check out Simmons and More.
And he's
on
posting.
Instagram.
He posted the first and second quarter, I think. That woman, Katie Nichols, she's funny.
What are you talking? I'm still talking about the Simmons and More podcast.
Oh, the Simmons and More podcast. Sorry, I thought you were talking about
Yeah, if you want to see
Super
pictures
Bowl.
from the stuff that we're talking about, and
They got
I
the
guess.
content. They got that down pat. They really they were really doing a lot of media and stuff. I made some
That's a lot.
connections there.
Did
Yeah.
you? What connections? Who's coming by?
Uh,
Who do we have coming up on
Well,
the show?
no, it's
Uh-oh.
it's not totally local. It's totally out of town. But
Oh.
what is it, was it the Plunge podcast?
Oh yeah, those boys. They're great.
And then I met this other dude from the NE podcast Will Do. I believe the guy's name was Joe. I connected with him. He's a fellow rapper, so I want to collab with him on some joints. So I got to reach back out to him. So, you know, and then obviously like just hearing like the stories are they were just so funny. They were
Well,
just good
anyway,
night.
all of that to say, congratulations to Simmons and More podcast on 200
200.
episodes. I think they just released 201 that came out a couple
right,
days ago.
yeah.
But the reason why I bring that up is because you again
Mm.
decided to freestyle rap.
They asked me to. It's
So-
inviting a vampire into your house. I was like, okay, I will do it.
So yeah, apparently there was music playing. I didn't have earphones on, and
Oh.
then you went ahead and rapped for about 2 minutes. So anybody who wants to hear
and getting silly.
yes,
Leo hates it,
freestyling,
which makes me love it even
you
more.
can listen to the episode 200 of
What was-
Simmons and More podcast.
it was-
About 75% through the episode.
Yeah, it was towards the end. It's funny though because they're just like they pull out this phone and they're like, oh, any beat you want, and I was like, oh no, I got my own beats, and I pulled out because I've been working you know, believe it or not, the album's almost done. I'm not even gonna
Oh
get into
my
it,
God. Yes,
but
let's
I've
not.
been working. I have over 50 new tracks that I'm working on for the next album and the mixtape and everything else. So I just make beats now. I just kind of crank them out because I enjoy making them. So I had some of my hot joints on my phone because you never know when inspiration is gonna strike. So I got to freestyle over one of my own beats, and it's like I don't freestyle like where I come up with it ahead of time. So you know, it's a truly free freestyle.
That's wonderful.
Thank you,
I'm so
thank
happy
you.
you shared that with me.
I mean, that's what I'm here. I'm here. Sharing is caring. So with that in mind, yeah, that was the Simmons and More, which we're gonna get. You talked to Bobby now. Are we gonna? I think that's an interesting concept to get like have one of them on and
So
then
they
have
can
the
trash
other
the other
on.
one.
Yeah, and then also you get this whole unique perspective on it, where it's kind of like the Nude Curtis episode on our podcast, where I wasn't really the one. I was on the other side of it, so you had this whole other dynamic with our good friend Angelo Gingerelli, who we saw at the Super Duper Bowl too.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting. I don't know if they'd want to do it because we gotta like I don't know. When are we closing out Pizza Quest? Is it the next episode? The episode after that? When are we gonna crown the winner?
I'm not ready to crown the winner yet. I have
Well, you better get ready. You got
I
like an episode or two, and then
no,
we're crowning.
I
We're
will
crowning.
I will let everybody know about Peace Quest on the next episode.
Okay. Well, good. We need an update on that.
Well, yeah.
I've got my own stuff to do, so I can't really give you too much, shit for that. So whatever. Anyway, so whenever we get them on here, now that our schedule is all over the place, we could pretty much have whoever, whenever, whatever on, and we could just kind of play it by ear. But we got a lot of cool things lined up. I got a lot of surprises and guests coming our way.
Great.
Hope
I
you're
actually
ready
have
for
some
that.
surprises for you as well.
All
So
right.
it'll be fun.
When you say it, it sounds like I'm gonna poison you, Andrew.
You're gonna
I'm gonna
wake up
poison
in
you.
some random place.
Yeah, you're gonna like roofie me, and
But
I'm gonna end
I'll
up
be
in like
recording the whole
Tijuana.
thing. Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
great, awesome. Just get my good side. So that was our Friday night,
Yeah.
right? Sandwich search. Good one, Mike. Mike Henry wants us to go on a sandwich search. I had the idea of bagel journey, but I know where the best bagels are, in New Jersey. But I'm not gonna get into that right now. That was Friday night. Did you party with them afterwards? Because I had to like skedoodle.
No, I
You took
didn't.
off?
I
Oh, because
did.
you had your own plans.
I did. I was throwing my own. I was so inspired
Mm-hmm.
that I wanted to go home and play records for my closest friends. So I invited just my near and dear closest friends over
Nice.
to listen to me play music.
Oh, notice I wasn't there.
They got about 5 or 6 songs in before they took it over.
DJ Leo strikes again.
Yeah, so yeah.
I really want like you know what that whole night and that whole weekend really inspired me is just I think that we're gonna throw a party.
Hmm.
I think we're gonna rent out somewhere like the Watermark, and I think we're gonna invite all of our people, and I think we should just have a party.
Like a 50th episode party or like
No, I don't think we could do stuff like that because we're just so disheveled. But there's gonna be like a some kind of podcast local, like a totally local party.
yeah.
Where I want to have DJs and invite everybody and have a good time. We just have to, think of it before the summer hits, before it gets cray cray, and then kind of go from there. But it's just something that's been rattling around in my brain.
We know so many DJs
Yep.
that we could throw an event where we give every DJ 20 minutes to play your best
Mm-hmm.
20-minute set,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have a DJ off.
Yeah, I'd rather not do that. I'd
I like
rather
that
have
idea.
like 2 or 3 DJs that just crank it out, and then just party.
No, we can't just get party. You're
Yeah.
dad now.
I'm gonna. Well, I get days off. The older my spawn gets, like the more
Yuck.
self-reliant and more independent he will be. Not saying that he can like go around and drive a car in a couple months, but the older he gets, like we could have the grandparents watch him, stuff like that. And it's not like I'm trying to like, I get it, whatever. I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm just throwing it out there, seeing what sticks. Did you do anything on that Saturday before the Super Bowl? Did you keep
I
it?
can't remember,
You
so
can't remember.
probably.
It's been so
Yeah,
long.
probably, yeah.
Uh,
But this, yeah,
What's up, Adam? We were just talking about you.
yeah. No, I didn't do anything that I can remember.
Yes Graphic for all your printing and T-shirt and all your kinds of house music needs. So check them out, Asbury Park. Uh, Sunday.
Sunday.
It
Um,
was the Stupid Bowl. And the best part of that day was the Super Duper Bowl 2, which I don't know. I love it. It's getting bigger in my eyes. And I had to show up late because I had obligations prior.
yeah.
But I showed up towards the end, and I guess people were just kind of like, it was like the end of the game.
Yeah.
And was it a
It
surprise?
was a great game, though. It was a really, really good game.
People were happy. People were happy and shocked at the end.
People were happy about the
Who won?
The Kansas City Chiefs won.
And people liked them better than the 49ers,
Yeah.
right?
I guess they're closer to New Jersey than
And people were
California.
still partying. And I couldn't not go because, like, dude, Angela Gingerelli is like my Yoda because he has, obviously, he has his wife and his kid, and he kind of like, he was like, all right, I'm gonna go, and then this is what I'm gonna leave. This is where I'm gonna stay. Then I'm gonna go. And I was just like, all right, I'm gonna do what he's doing. And I just kind of followed his lead. And then we kind of like didn't leave exactly when we said we would leave, but it was just cool. The dude Kurt was hanging out, really nice guy.
So I was sitting next to him.
Yeah.
And I was sitting on my right. Steve's wife was on my left.
Oh.
And Kurt is talking about how they have at this bar that we were at for this after party thing, the most expensive tequila that he has, and the best tequila that he's ever had, and it's in this huge white marble with blue, like.
Did Mr. LA buy everybody a shot?
I did.
No way.
I did.
Oh my God.
So I went and bought
You
around.
big shot.
There was only 5 people who really were like, I'll try it. So I bought.
Was it good?
It was the best
Oh, wow.
tequila I have ever had.
How much is it? Like a bottle?
I don't know, but my round of shots was like $80.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's not that bad.
No, but it was really good. And
What was the name of it? Such a stupid question.
What do I know? I don't know.
But he was really nice. That's cool that you got to hang out. I was talking to Angelo. I was talking to Ming. Obviously, Mike Merrill was there because he's friends with Kurt. Taylor was there, but by that point he was like, not talking much. But everybody, usually I totally miss that stuff. So I'm happy that I got to actually go, for an itty bitty bit, and just at least say hi to everybody.
So I was doing a bit. Do you want to hear this
bit?
bit I was working on?
What do you mean you were doing a bit? When were you doing a bit?
I was working on a bit the past couple of weeks.
Okay, yeah, shoot, go for it.
So there was this news article that came out. They're doing a series called Foodie Towns, and in New Jersey, and they started off with Asbury Park. So there's this woman,
Okay,
a lady
of the night.
Her name is Sarah Greisemer.
Sarah Greisemer.
And she wrote this article about the best food places in Asbury Park. So I saw the article and I read through it, and she wanted to say, like, make it like a game. So she was like, I'm going to give you these categories and I'm going to tell you what is the best. So I said, okay. So I'm reading the article. The first category, so there's 8 categories. The first one is a longtime favorite.
Okay.
And she chose Frank's Deli and Restaurant.
Okay, been around for a long time.
So I went to Frank's Deli and Restaurant.
I love Frank's.
Great.
Right across
I get
the
it.
street from Yes Graphic.
They were just celebrating
a billion years old.
Yeah, 60. Turned 60 this year, so they were just celebrating that. And
it sounds like you didn't like Frank's.
Listen, I'm following.
You're not answer the question.
I wanted to follow her.
Okay, you stalking her?
So I wanted to follow her and see what, like, through her eyes. Best new addition in Asbury Park. The Galley Pizza and Eatery.
Yar? Where's that at?
It's where
is it? What is it? Madison and Maine? Is it like on the?
It's right where the train is at.
It's right where the train, but on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It used to be like some Italian.
Where the fish place is. There's like a whole bunch of new stores that just popped up over there.
But it's
across
on
the street from
Main
the Dunkin'
Street.
Donut. It's where the Dunkin' Donuts is, where the McDonald's is in Asbury Park.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about now. Oh.
Georgie's is there.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I have no idea what
Okay.
you're talking about. The Galley?
So I went to the Galley.
Yeah, what'd you think of that? Pass? Hard pass?
Her third place
I guess that means it's not good, people.
was so her third category was ethnic eats.
That's racist. Even I know that, and I'm pretty fucking translucent.
She chose Ada's Gojo.
Is that
I'm
Ethiopian
probably not
joint?
pronouncing it right, but it's actually like 2 doors down from the Galley.
Yeah, it's right near my vet where I take Nugget.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's in that shopping center.
Well, that shopping center is where I'm
And
talking about.
coincidentally, Adam from Yes Graphic designed the pylon there, the big sunset.
Adam can do everything. He's
he
awesome.
can. Okay.
I went to
that's
Ada's Gojo. Loved it. Thought it was awesome. Really
Ethiopian.
Great food. Right?
Do you
Yeah, I've
eat
been
it
there a
with
couple
your-
of times.
Is that like you don't use a fork, do you?
I use a fork everywhere I go.
Okay.
When I eat sushi,
I don't know what
use a fork.
Ethiopian food is. It like rice and stuff? What's in there? Like beans?
It's like, what are you talking about? Like, there's like
Oh,
flatbreads, and Mike knows. Like,
okay.
he can explain.
Did
to
Mike go with you?
No, but I know he's gone there. I think. Best brunch, Cardinal
Memorial Street, Memorial Boulevard.
Thank you. Best brunch, best in brunch, Cardinal Provisions. Have you been to Cardinal Provisions?
Yeah, if you want to like take a loan out on your house, like yeah, go to Cardinal. I love it. If I'm hungover and I could eat that chicken and waffles, it's really good.
I also had the chicken and waffles.
It's soup's expense. So
I also
was
agree
this
with
like
that.
just Asbury Park, or was she supposed
This
to
was
be?
the first stop. I'm
No,
following
but,
her
like,
around, but this was the first stop of the categories in Asbury Park. Was her first stop.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Cardinal Provisions, it's really good. It's really fancy, and it's really good. The wait is like, not something I want to do, but, on an off day.
Yeah.
I went there. One day I went to, what was I doing? I had a meeting in Asbury Park. I went to go to Toast, which I guess it's not run by the same people. The management has changed. I used to know Anna, who was like in charge over there, and she's not there anymore. And I went over there, and I go to order because you could sit at like the counter, and I'm up there, and the guy's just looking at me. I'm like, all right, can I order? He's like, oh, the power's out. And I'm like, so what food do you have? And he's like, oh, we can't serve you. I'm like, hey, asshole, if you can't serve me and I'm standing here, you just let me know, and then I'll go somewhere else. So then I tried to go to Cardinal, and it was like chaos. And I ended up going to Pascal and Sabine for like an super early lunch.
So I was watching Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
There's a show called Shameless on Showtime,
Mhm.
or maybe Stars. I don't know, one of those two.
Shameless is on Showtime, I believe.
And there was, I don't know, there's this episode, there's these rich people, and they were talking about drinks that they drink.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of them was called the French 75.
No.
So I go to find a French 75.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Pascal and Sabine, and I
Mhm.
say, excuse me, do you make French 75?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, oui, oui.
So
I'm like,
I love that place.
We're
great.
in, right?
Uh-huh.
So I go, I have a French 75. Now,
What is a French 75?
I'm glad you asked. It's one of the best drinks I've ever had. It's some sort of gin and sparkling wine and
Love me some gin.
citrusy splashes. It's
Mhm.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna drink it all the time because I want people to think I'm fancy when I ask,
Mhm.
can I have a French 75?
Yeah, I'm all about. Sorry, I don't want to.
Go.
Well, I'm all about having the cocktail now. Who was I talking to about that? I was just talking to. I think we were talking to somebody. It was Taylor and Steve. We were talking about. I just get one drink, so I don't care if it's expensive or fruity
Oh,
or
we were
not
talking
that.
about, yeah, Taylor.
Because I'll just drink that because I can't have a bunch of beers. I
Right.
could just have one, so I
Yeah.
might as well have something delicious
Well,
that I love.
well, if you like gin, you'll love that. But
I do love gin.
it was a great drink. So then I said, well, they also mentioned Sazerac
What's on the show?
on the show.
Uh-huh.
So I said after I finished my French 75, I said,
Is that some kind of liqueur?
can you make a Sazerac?
Is that some after dinner drink?
Let's ask Siri. Hey Siri.
That's what Siri sounds like, right?
All right, stop. What's in a Sazerac?
The 5 components of Sazerac are cognac,
done with Siri.
Sugar cube, peach Ords bitters, and old-fashioned glass.
Old-fashioned glass.
Oh.
You will drink this. It has broken
A
glass.
in it.
Wow. Oh, maybe it was in an old-fashioned glass.
Yeah. Do you know I had one of those and stumbling out of fast
Well, you had the French 75, and then you had that.
Right. But that Sazerac was basically all hard alcohol.
Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah.
Anyway,
Pascal. You gotta love Asbury downtown if you live in Asbury downtown, you know,
why?
or you have access to an Uber, because it's just cool if you could just drink responsibly. You
I don't know. I woke up with
You're not walking responsibly, but you're definitely drinking responsibly.
I woke up and there was tacos all in my bed.
It's like a
Like
taco
cheese
factory.
and yeah, it was crazy. All right, so I agree with you on Cardinal Provisions. I think the food is really great, but it's a place you go when you just got paid.
Yeah, it's so 2015 to like have like some fancy fruity,
She said
What?
our pick for best pizza. Now, it was International Pizza Day a couple days ago.
Yeah.
New Jersey
We know all about pizza.
Gov, the Twitter account is going on about it. New Jersey has best pizza. Our show's themed in pizza. And she said her pick for the best pizza in Asbury Park was Tallulah's. I said the same thing in terms of not a slice, but I'm going to get a pie of pizza. I love Tallulah's.
Listen, it's not. Yeah, it's a great. Is it better than like a Pete and Elda's pizza? Like if you're just gonna expand, is it better than Vic's and Bradley Beach?
Well, no, but Asbury Park,
But as far as Asbury Park goes,
Porta, or Tallulah's, or for a pie. I mean, I guess you could go TJ's.
yeah, I mean, I guess
Or
in Asbury Park,
we didn't even mention the Galley, which we just talked about before, right?
which I don't even know where that is. I don't know how long it's gonna be around. Any place called the Galley, though, I don't think of pizza. It's got to be called like Tony's, Romeo's,
I think it's Romeo's.
Vinny's.
I think it's Vinny's.
Okay, well, anyway.
All right, so she said food on the go. I think we have two topics.
Well, first of all, I want people to know that Tallulah's, I really like. It's seasonal. They do a nice southwestern green chili pizza that I really love in the fall. Continue.
If you have never been, go. It's one of my favorite places. Drinks are great too. Food on the go. Pasta Volo. I love Pasta Volo.
Yeah.
I love the people who own Pasta Volo.
Okay. Characters. They're nice. When I was in there, they were nice. I went there once. It was okay.
Yeah.
And did you hear how his voice got really? Yeah, I really loved it. Like, did you really love it?
Vegan fare, crust and crumble. I'm not a vegan.
Where else are you gonna go?
Right, but
Where you gonna go? There's nowhere else to get the vegan food. It's like the original.
I'm not a vegan. I don't know why. I don't listen. If you want to be a vegan, shout out to all my vegans. Shout out to you, Ralph.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keeping it real vegan.
Ralph ate turkey, and I put it on blast.
Oh, tasting turkey.
You heard it here first, live on.
Did he
Toilet
like it?
Logo. I made turkey meatballs. He ate them.
Did you tell him they were turkey meatballs?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't think. I just want to make sure you weren't
No, I think
poisoning
he
him
eats
with
turkey
turkey.
sometimes. I'm putting him on blast, but I think he doesn't care. All right, so.
Oh, the Galley is right next to my vet, so it's in that same shopping center as the Ethiopian.
Yeah, I
joint.
said that.
Okay, well, I just wasn't hearing you correctly.
Okay, so then she said,
Do you like it, Heather?
does Heather, I'm sure Heather's going to say.
Let's see.
I would guess
She might
Heather
not.
says it's our friend Heather who's listening, and I would guess Heather says that it's okay. I would say she gives it a 7 out of 10.
As far as branding goes, I'm just not feeling the name, you know?
Actually, you know what? I can't really speak for the stuff that I've had there, but I hear if you actually order a dinner, like they make up like dinners for the night, like specials, that they're really, really good. And I'm not a vegan, so I don't. Why would I go to Crust and Crumble and get a pizza when I can go to a real?
It's just a different kind of. I don't know.
Okay, so how many more topics do we have? We have one more, and the last one is called.
Heather didn't like it.
She didn't like it.
There you go, folks. Not looking good for the galley.
So the last topic was drink up, and it was Asbury, and she said Asbury Fest Hall and Beer Garden.
It sounds like she just kind of took Post-its, wrote everything down that's in Asbury, put it on a wall, and just kind of blindfolded herself and threw a dart at the wall because, I mean, these aren't like...
So I wrote her a letter.
Oh, You wrote her a letter? You took it there?
Yes, because
I love it.
I just didn't. None of the things that she was saying
Made any friggin'
seemed
sense?
to go together.
She was like sitting at home drinking a bottle of Chardonnay by herself, like, let's see, and like just making it up as she went along.
I mean, here's my thing. Are we saying ethnic foods? Is that what we're doing? Is that a thing? I don't know. It sounds a little weird.
It does in this day and in this climate. It does sound a little weird.
Right.
And to take it and be like, we have to put it in this separate category.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange.
I mean, but I don't know how else you would call that though.
I mean, it's just Ethiopian food, like ethnic.
But you can say like if it's a topic and I want.
What is an ethnic food? Like a hamburger? That's not ethnic, and then everything else is ethnic.
What do you call? Well, you can't say.
Is pizza ethnic food?
How about
Hey.
international food?
Sure, but like, what is an international food?
I don't know.
Like a pancake, and that's it.
So I wanted her to explain herself.
Did
so
she respond?
No.
Well,
I wrote
shocker.
her a long thing, and I said, I want you to.
Excuse me.
Or could you come by the show and talk about why you chose some of the places you chose?
She
and
can't
so-
back it up
No,
because she
she
knows
can't.
she's full of it.
So I went to all the places except Crust and Crumble.
Uh-huh. And you don't agree, except you agreed with Tallulah's.
I agree with Tallulah's.
That was a good pizza place.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
it's
she
great.
phoned it in. I mean, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to keep going to all the places that she goes in every town that she says.
You're
and then I'm gonna
stalking
report
her.
Back. Well, I think that's the point, right? Like
I think that's a great idea. I think you should, and I think you should keep writing.
And I'm
to
going
her
to keep
be like, I
every
went.
single article that she posts. I'm going to write my reviews against her reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. why
That's
not?
like
I have
half the
nothing
work.
else better going on in my life right
Well, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I heard you were thinking about getting a dog.
now. Or a cat. Because I want to name it Agent 99.
I don't get it.
Mm.
Oh man, if you want like the least amount of responsibility for the least amount of like feedback, yeah, get a cat.
Well,
Basically, you'll just be getting a mini version of yourself.
so sometimes I have a mouse like once a year.
If you get a cat, like a real mouser cat that can go after it, then that's
the
way to
only
go.
reason why I would
But just
consider
wait,
getting a
just
cat.
get ready to wake up at like 5 a.m. with the cat being like, "Look, I brought you something," and having like a mango.
Well,
mouse.
that will be the last day I have a cat.
Oh,
Quick story.
Mm.
So the other day, 2 days ago,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in bed and I'm hearing tapping.
Mm-mm.
Now I'm home by myself, and I'm thinking, oh, I have a ghost. Okay, cool. Like as long as I can put into a box what is happening,
Okay, yeah,
I'm comfortable
that makes
with
sense.
that.
A
Right?
ghost.
Ghosts isn't. They're not killing me. So I go back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up. I have to go to work. I go in the bathroom.
Mm.
I'm preparing my brain, my body for the day.
For a ghost,
I hear,
it's a little ghost. Oh, it's a delivery ghost.
and I jump out of the bathroom and I run down the hall.
Naked.
No bottoms on.
Oh, no bottoms.
Dangling, dangling,
Oh
dangling.
my God,
dangling.
Winnie the Pooh style.
So yeah, I was pooing. I didn't. That was okay. Can we take that one back?
No.
So
Alive.
then I creep back in the bathroom. Like, what is that? It's coming from my bathroom mirror.
Oh my God.
It's something on the other side of the.
It's like your
bathroom
neighbor.
mirror.
You open up and it's just your neighbor. Like
So I
standing there.
put my hand on the mirror and I feel tap 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 on the other side of the mirror.
So it's some kind
No,
of animal.
no. On the other side of the mirror is a bedroom, another bedroom in my apartment.
Oh,
But it's a concrete wall between the two.
there's got to be some room in there for an animal.
And then I heard fingernails. Yeah, it turns out it's a possum living behind my bathroom mirror.
Zoinks! Did they
Yeah.
get did the manager?
Nope,
take
they
care of
said you're gonna have to wait a
that?
couple
All right,
weeks.
it's not in the bylaws. You got to take care of the possum.
Yeah.
yourself. Wow. Well, I made a mistake at my house where, if you're gonna kill a mouse, you got to use the traps and like murder. Like the mouse has to die because they carry diseases and they're super gross. They might look cute, but they're not good
They
to have
don't
in
look
your house.
cute.
And now that I have like my offspring to protect, got to kill the mice. So I put out poison.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, and that's really bad to do because when they eat the poison and they die in the walls, guess what happens?
Your house smells.
No. Well, yeah, but in the winter, it turned warm all of a sudden, and then we had flies like coming out of the wall. Yeah, it was disgusting. It was disgusting, but I took care of it. There was like they were in the basement, so like I put fly trap. It was fine, but now I'm just straight up gunning for them. I'm just gonna like, BB gun or just traps. Anyway, we didn't even get to Did we really? I guess we talked about the Super Duper Bowl.
Yeah, we talked about it.
You got to go to the beginning of it. You got to see
I was
Simmons
there
and
for
Moore.
the whole thing. I even left for a bit, and we went on a run. But yeah, it was great. It was a great
And
show.
then Bobby Moore was partying. He invited people over afterwards.
He did.
missed
I got
everything.
a text message from Bobby Moore say, "Hey, we come on by. We're hanging out and doing an after party style thing." And I couldn't go because I was waiting for you because you were late.
Listen, don't ever.
That's why
nobody
we're
should
not.
ever
That's
wait
why
for
we're
me.
not cool. Like the cool kids, we finally got invited to do this.
I
the cool
have
kids.
fear of missing out. I've constantly, hey, like that's me. So I apologize. I bring that vibe.
Yes.
Like I miss stuff all the time. Don't wait for me. Don't ever. I tell everyone, just don't wait for me. Just go. Just go.
That's great, but we have to do photos for our podcast.
We got
together.
that one shitty ass photo.
We did, and
too.
I posted it too.
I know. I was like, no one's gonna be happy about this.
Yeah, check
No
out
one.
our podcast. Check out our Instagram. Totally.
We didn't even
_
like. We didn't
local
even.
_
We've
podcast.
just been. There's so much to talk about. We didn't even talk about like. I didn't talk about your New Year's. We haven't caught up on anything.
What do you want to know? Quick fire hits.
What'd you do for New Year's?
I watched the ball drop at home, drank champagne by myself, and cried.
What? Okay. Well, I guess that's it for this episode. I don't think we're gonna do anything. We're not having anything planned for the 50th.
We still have 2 episodes left.
I don't think we do. I think this might be the. I don't know. I gotta see.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm all out of sorts. I'm delirious. I gotta go home now. The crazy thing now is like, I've been going to bed at like I go to bed at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and then I have to wake up every 2 hours to change the baby. So like, and then at a certain point, I'm up and I.
Your
can't
baby
fall
poops
asleep.
every 2 hours?
Pees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you just don't feed it anything after a certain hour,
Then he won't grow.
well, he isn't gonna be that big anyway.
He's gonna be big.
He has little
There you go.
parents.
But there's people on both of our sides that are really tall, so I don't want to stunt his growth due to malnutrition.
I went to Wien and saw your brother
Where was that? Philly?
during the off season. Yeah.
Philly? Oh man, so cool. So cool. Fish is playing Atlantic City this summer.
Yeah, here there's people that are friends that are going.
There's something to do on the Memorial Day there's some secret show. There's something going on. Our friends have told us to block out that weekend. Have you gotten tickets for See Here Now too?
Nope.
Are you gonna go?
Maybe.
Maybe we
Well, yeah, we would have to go. I would have to go to that. I'm doing a ski trip next weekend.
Oh really?
Yep.
Skiing or snowboarding?
I'm gonna actually learn how to snowboard.
Snowboarding.
I already know how to ski.
Snowboarding is more natural in the sense of like you lean one way and then you turn that way. You lean the other way.
Let me tell you something. So it was a very good friend of mine's Christmas wish to go skiing, and I said for Christmas I'm going to gift you a trip. I'm going
With
to
your
plan
presents.
this trip. So I'm going to get a ski house. I'm going to get all the friends together.
Oh
We're going to
my
all go.
God.
Can I tell you,
Hmm.
this is nerve-wracking. Because you want everyone to have a good time. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, does it have this? Is it like nice enough? How far is it? Like you worry and worry. And
Did you get the chalet very close to the mountain?
I don't even know what those words mean. Like I get yes.
Okay.
Apparently, I don't have Wi-Fi now. I'm very upset about that.
You don't have Wi-Fi in the house?
No, but I found out at the same time
That's
there was
stupid.
a possum scratching on my window, so I haven't had time to
got
let
all
that one
kinds
sink
of-
into.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm sure we're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Also, for anybody
Yes.
listening who is very
Yes.
interested in doing one of my favorite activities, which is kazooing.
Oh,
What you thought of
is that what they're calling it now? I haven't kazooed in so long.
Why don't you go over to Days Ice Cream 2020 St. Patrick's Day
Oh,
Parade
man,
Kazoo Facebook event. Again, it's a Facebook event,
Uh-huh.
and it's the Days Ice Cream 2020 St. Patrick's Day Parade. I'll be there. I was there last
What's
year.
the date?
I don't know. When's St. Patrick's Day? Hey Siri, when is St. Patrick's Day? It's probably
St.
not on the
Patrick's
day.
on Tuesday,
Well, so
the
obviously
17th of
What happened to
March,
Siri? Because
2020.
that's a dude.
my Siri's a man.
Well, first of all,
and he's Australian.
everybody has the St. Patrick's Day festivities on a different date. It
Yeah, so
doesn't
that
matter.
doesn't. Well, so at least we know it's mid-March.
I mean, it's March.
Well, listen, Days Ice Cream 2020 St. Patrick's Day Parade Kazoo event on Facebook. It'll tell you all the details. I don't have Facebook, so I can't see the actual date.
Okay.
But please come. Oh, it's March 8th.
It's March 8th.
Sunday, March 8th.
Yeah.
I will be there.
Thank you.
Bunch of kazooers will be there. We'll all be in green.
Kazooing.
Kazoo will be
together.
a lot of fun. Come out
Kazooing and canoeing.
Come have some fun.
Kazooing and canoeing.
Okay. That one beer really did do
Yeah.
it.
I'm done. So we got a lot of exciting things. We got guests coming in. We're figuring out the schedule. We're working it
We
all
just
out.
wanted to spend some time
Catching it
together.
up.
We haven't sat down and just
I
talked
swear
together
to God, I
in a
think the
long
next
time.
episode might be the 50th. So I don't know if
We don't
really
even
prepared.
know. Yeah.
We're not-
Actually, I have Bobby Moore said he wants to come by just to. I
Yeah,
haven't
we were
spoke
just-
to Adam, but Bobby said he wants to
Bobby!
sit down for our 50th and laugh and be crazy.
Oh
so,
yeah. Well, whatever time works for him, because now we're totally local after dark,
Oh, yeah.
so we can do this, wherever, Shakira style. So that's the episode. I'd like to thank you for being with me again, Leo.
I'd like to thank you for being with me.
For Totally Local Podcast. Colorful characters, local businesses in and around the Jersey Shore area. Monmouth and Ocean County. That's what we're about. Thank you, Ming. Thank you, A Shared Universe Podcast Studio. Find us, follow us, and all that stuff on Instagram, totally_local_podcast. Are we posting again there?
I have a couple of pictures on there.
All right, well, get back on it.
Oh,
Facebook, you know where to find us. Just type it in. And then YouTube, we're on there as well. Just Google Totally Local Podcast, and it should pop up. We'd like to thank you all, and have a good night.